Hey guys, Nabil here, and we have some new Samurai Shodown updates. Now, two things happened today. Well, now we know when Basara is coming out, and it's been confirmed as October 15th. So yes, that is next Tuesday. And with that, we also have the announcement of a new patch that has some fixes and some buffs, and we'll talk about those in a second. But before that, let's go ahead and watch that awesome, intense, crazy Basara reveal trailer.
邪魔をするつもりかい？その首を刈るだけさ。いかずらよ。やあ。逃げ場はないさ。怖いよ。幸せになろう。君にも見せてあげる。 So yes, Basara is coming back with all his creepy, crazy moves and hair and scary voice, and Kagaribi, his dead wife, is also back, as you can see in his super special move. We don't see the entire super special move, but it's rest assured it's gonna be awesome. Now with Basara, they also announced a patch, and the patch notes have been released in English. However, the website has been down. The SNK English website has been off, on and off, weirdly today. But anyway, the link is in the description if you want to check the patch notes if the website is up. And if not, I'm here to tell you a little bit about it. So, there are some crazy stuff happening with the patch. Well, not crazy, but unexpected to say the least. Some characters are getting buffs, and there's a lot of fixes, which is great, but some characters are definitely getting a buff, which is quite interesting. Now, the character that is getting, the first character that I noticed is getting a buff is unexpectedly Oamaru. Now, Oamaru is one of the strongest characters of the game, but he's still getting some buffs. Those include reduced recovery frames for his standing far LS, hastened attack startup for his standing far heavy, and also resolved an issue where it was difficult to hit opponents at the edge of the screen with the jumping heavy slash, and also increased opponent knockback duration on hit with the advancing light slash, which is that crazy dashing punch. Yeah, just, you know, Oamaru, if you were considering maining Oamaru, now this patch is just gonna, you know, seal that deal for you. Other characters getting a buff is Wu Rei-shan. Wu Rei-shan is getting a lot of buffs from what I can see here. Expanded hitbox forward and upwards with the standing far light slash, crouching close heavy slash, and standing and jumping light slash, and pretty much many of her moves are getting a hastened attack startup, so they're quicker to start. Same goes for the standing punch, crouching punch, jumping punch. So all in all, she's becoming faster. As far as some, you know, her standing kick has now an increased opponent knockback duration on hit, expanded hitbox downward with her black tortoise torrent. It's just a lot of buffs, a lot of, and again, I think they're trying to put, because not, as you can see in pretty much in any tournament, Wu Rei-shan is never there, so they're trying to push her, I think, for people to give her a chance. Oamaru is getting you know, a bit of a buff as well with his increased opponent knockback duration with the far heavy slash. That might prove quite big. We'll see how that translates once the patch hits on October 15th. Same goes for Dali Dagger, increased opponent knockback duration on hit for her standing kick, and increased opponent recovery frames on block, which is crazy. Rimururu also getting a lot of buffs, and again, it's one of these characters, it's one of the DLC that not a lot of people you know, is using, and again, she has increased attack frames, hastened attack startup for many of her moves, you know, the conrail during increased damage for her conrail, non-rail, increased damage for many of her moves. It's just crazy, a lot of, I'm not gonna go through all the details here, but again, suffice to say is actually she's getting a lot of buffs
as well. Hanzo is getting some changes as well. His jumping heavy slash had an issue where it was difficult to hit opponents at the edge of the screen, so that was fixed. His standing kick has been and is now faster, so it has less recovery frames, and advancing kick, it has an increased attack frames. Attack now behaves the same regardless if a weapon is held or not, which was not the case. The ninja exploding dragon blast reduced recovery frame, so it's a lot. The recovery frame, so the whole move is faster, less recovery. Increased time where his attack can be allowed up with another attack with the ninja exploding dragon blast. And again, he's not a lot of buffs compared to someone like Oamaru or Rimururu, but that might change him a bit. And again, we have to wait and see once we have that patch and we can try these characters for ourselves. Same goes for Galford. There's some moves are faster, like the Rush Dog. I now have a quicker startup, reduced recovery frames for the advancing kick, and overhead crash. Increased damage, hastened attack, startup, and reduced recovery frames, which is quite a big buff for his move. Again, I'm just glancing over all these changes, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. Some issues with Shizumaru that we had, like some bugs, have been fixed. Nothing in terms of buffing or nerfing for this character. So a lot of people were saying, "Hey, Shizumaru is too powerful. You gotta nerf him," but that's not happening because, again, I don't believe he's overpowered. Now, all these changes are just, now on paper, and again, when the patch drops with Basara, we're gonna go ahead and try all of those, although it sucks to say that I will not be able to try Basara or the new patch until Friday, so about like 4 days of just waiting, because I'll be out in a remote area for work, which sucks. I will still have internet, but not gonna be able to play Samurai Shodown, which is let me just tell you, it's not great. Now, I hope you guys like this video. Please remember that I have a GoFundMe project here that I talked about earlier, where I'm planning to go to Japan in March to film 3 documentaries. The history of the King of Fighters, which is going to be completely different from the history of the Samurai Shodown. It's going to be more professional, more interviews. I'll be tracking the original team who made the King of Fighters and some of the current developers of KOF games and SNK developers as well, and also working on 2 more documentaries, one for the rise of SNK, or the return of SNK, and how they successfully made it back to being a big company from being going under in early 2000s. And the last documentary is about the official SNK World Championship, where I'm going to be interviewing all kinds of players, people behind the tournament, and where SNK is hoping to take the World Championship Series next. Now, if you can help, it doesn't matter how much it could be, $1, could be $2, whatever you guys can help with is great. You can see the details in the link in the description below. Now, again, if you have not subscribed, please do so. If you like this video, leave a like, and until next time, thank you for watching.